The Alleghany Journal is delighted to speak with Donnie Wheatley, the Executive Director of Boys Home here in Covington. Welcome, Donnie.
Thanks, sir. Could
you tell the public a little bit about the educational opportunities that you currently offer here at Boys Home?
Sure. Our kids are from many different backgrounds. Our kids have like 10 different countries of birth. We're from like 11 different states. They come with a variety of issues that have somewhat interfered with their education. Some of it's behavior, some of it is basic learning skills. In any case, what we've tried to do is we've tried to identify what our kids' needs are. And our kids' needs center around getting them to a place to where they can function in basic skills at a level that gives them an opportunity to move on into middle school, high school, wherever they are, and achieve success. Sometimes it's behavior, sometimes it's not behavior, but in the end, it's I guess an aid to it is the way in which they learn and the way in which they are taught, their class size, the manner in which the material is presented to them, the follow-up to it, identifying their weak points and putting things in place to help them overcome those weak points, to get to the place to where they can be a success in a setting, an academic setting, an educational setting. So we have worked on the basic academics, but at the same time we've worked on life skills and we've worked on learning in general. So we have a wide variety of extracurricular things that we do above and beyond the basic academic instruction, including physical stuff. We are able to, because of the property that we have, because of the situation that we're in right now, we're able to offer a wide variety of things to them. And more importantly, we're able to extend the day in which they receive instruction beyond a normal school day, so that we can utilize, in some cases, weekends, in some cases, nights, to get the right kind of instructor together, and provide them with something, whatever it is they need.
Well, heretofore, you've used the Alleghany County Public School System to quite a degree.
Yep.
And in recent months, you and your organization have considered migrating away from that to possibly another model or an expanded set of opportunities here?
That's correct. Last May, we went to the county system and we said we're looking at becoming an independent school setting. We had started accreditation process at that time to be able to have a accrediting arm in place to be able to take care of. And we worked with the school system to go to distance learning. Distance learning is a way by which you can be taught off-site and still meet Virginia Department of Education requirements. We worked with them about scheduling, what was covered, what wasn't covered, and how to go about keeping our kids invested, because we were not fully accredited at that time and we were not in a position to really make a move to an independent setting. So what we ended up doing was work with the county system to get those courses in place that fit what was required by VDOE, and at the same time expand the curriculum a little bit so that our kids could actually still be on campus and be educated above and beyond those courses that VDOE required them to take based on where they were. So we've been able to put in place some remediation courses, some expansion beyond what a classroom setting could do, and we're also able to utilize a lot of hands-on stuff because we're right here. We've got the campus, we've got everything goes on in the campus that we're able to marry up with what their needs are and the way in which they learn. So it's been a cooperative effort to date. We have received one accreditation that covers all of our kids, but we're looking at becoming accredited through an organization called Virginia Association of Independent Schools. We're still pursuing that, still working towards that endpoint. Meanwhile, our middle school kids and our high school kids are being taught in what's called a distance learning modality.
So what's the timeline for a proposed accreditation all the way along the line? In other words, will the next school year see most of your students migrate from the county school system, or where are we right now?
That's a good question. It's a question that's on lots of folks' mind. As I said, we actually wanted 2 accreditations. One of those we've received, and the other one we are beginning to do what's called a self-study to receive the 2nd accreditation. Regardless of whether, receiving the accreditation doesn't mean, our kids have to immediately pull out and be placed in whatever setting we choose to put in place for them. What it means is we have the ability to do it, and that's what's important. Our kids are still distance learning, and will remain distance learning until such time as we're ready to say, okay, we're going to do it now all here, and we'll do it as an independent school. As long as we can teach them, as long as we can educate them the way it's been determined they need to be educated to be successful when they leave us, it really, who's got the accreditation where they're registered isn't the issue. The issue is, are we able to give them the education they need to be successful when they leave? So what we're doing is we are still conducting talks with the school officials, and we're trying to come up with something that can be an advantage to both the county and our boys here. If there's no doubt that everybody involved wants to do what's right by the kids. It's just a matter of the form that we take to do what's right by the kids. And in the end, our goal is to be set up so that we can do a holistic approach. We get those life skills in, we get those other things in that, it's hard to do in a public school setting. You just can't, it's hard to do. I'll just leave it at that. And I understand how difficult it is.
No one doubts the task you have before you.
Well, it's hard for a public school to really do things the way we envision doing it, because they don't have they have so many rules and regulations on them. They have so much they have to do, and it's hard for them to deviate from the way things have been done, because it costs, and people are concerned about the cost. People are concerned about whether or not you're still going to be approved by VDOE. I mean, all that stuff comes into play. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to be sure that we are developing a program for our kids that would be as appropriate as it can be, and then we'll worry about what form it takes when we figure that out.
Thanks very much for taking the time to join us today.
Anytime. Come on out and see us anytime.